Alright folks, welcome back to Blue News. Today, we're diving into a story that's got Italy, and frankly, the entire European Union, on edge. Imagine this. You're a CEO, a titan of industry, and you get a call from the defense minister offering a deal that sounds too good to be true. Turns out, it is too good to be true. But the implications are huge. We're talking about a brazen fraud scheme impersonating top officials and a mafia that's ditching guns for spreadsheets. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Is Italy about to become a playground for sophisticated criminals? Let's find out. Okay, first things first, the headline. Fraudsters are impersonating Italy's defense minister, Guido Crosetto, and shaking down wealthy individuals and businesses. We're talking names like Giorgio Armani, Prada CEO Patrizio Bertelli, oil tycoon Massimo Moratti, even the Beretta family. These aren't small-time crooks. They're targeting the elite. The Milan Public Prosecutor's Office is on the case, but the damage is already done. The question is, how did they get away with this? What security loopholes allowed them to impersonate a high-ranking government official so convincingly? This isn't just embarrassing. It's a major security failure. But wait, there's more. This isn't just a one-off scam. The Italian mafia is undergoing a major transformation. Forget the classic image of back-alley brawls and extortion. They're moving into the world of white-collar crime. Tax evasion, financial fraud, and exploiting post-COVID recovery funds and EU stimulus packages. They're trading in Tommy guns for tax returns, and the impact is staggering. We're talking billions of euros disappearing into thin air. Is this the end of the traditional mafia as we know it? Or is this evolution even more dangerous? So, what are the immediate consequences? First, expect a massive increase in security measures. Government officials will be under tighter protection, and wealthy business leaders will need to beef up their personal security. We're talking about enhanced personal security details, stricter verification procedures for financial transactions, and improved cybersecurity protocols. This is going to cost a fortune, but frankly, it's necessary. The fact that the defense minister was targeted proves that no one is safe. This is a wake-up call for everyone. Next, get ready for stricter financial regulations. The exploitation of COVID recovery funds and EU stimulus packages is going to trigger a wave of new rules and oversight. More rigorous auditing processes, enhanced due diligence requirements for fund recipients, and increased powers for regulatory bodies. This might feel like a burden for legitimate businesses, but it's essential to prevent future fraud. We need to make it harder for criminals to exploit the system. The EU is watching, and they're going to demand accountability. And let's not forget the strain on the criminal justice system. Investigating and prosecuting complex financial crimes requires specialized expertise and resources. We're talking about forensic accountants, cybersecurity experts, and lawyers who understand the intricacies of international finance. This is a whole new ballgame for law enforcement, and they need to be equipped to handle it. The justice system needs to adapt and evolve to meet this new threat. Otherwise, these criminals will walk free. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the ripple effects. The cybersecurity industry is about to explode. Businesses and individuals are going to be scrambling to protect themselves from online scams and data breaches. Expect to see a surge in demand for cybersecurity services and products. This is a massive opportunity for companies in this space, but it's also a stark reminder of the growing threat landscape. Cybersecurity is no longer a luxury. It's a necessity. Similarly, financial consulting and auditing firms are going to be in high demand. Companies will need expert advice on how to strengthen their internal controls and comply with stricter regulations. This isn't just about ticking boxes. It's about building a culture of compliance and ethical behavior. Businesses need to take this seriously and invest in the right expertise. The cost of non-compliance is far greater than the cost of prevention. The insurance industry is also going to feel the impact. Expect to see an increase in claims related to fraud and financial crime, potentially leading to higher premiums for businesses and individuals. And let's not forget the legal profession. Law firms specializing in white-collar crime defense and financial litigation are going to be swamped with work. This is a complex and evolving legal landscape, and businesses need to be prepared to defend themselves. But the most concerning impact is the erosion of trust. The prevalence of fraud and financial crime can undermine public confidence in government, financial institutions, and the business community. This can lead to social unrest and a decline in civic engagement. When people lose faith in the system, they disengage. This is a dangerous cycle that needs to be broken. The mafia's involvement in white-collar crime also exacerbates economic inequality. They siphon off resources that could be used for public services and economic development. This creates a two-tiered system where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. This is not just unfair, it's unsustainable. We need to create a level playing field where everyone has a chance to succeed. Think about this. The billions of euros lost to fraud and tax evasion could have been used to fund essential public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure. This is money that could have improved the lives of millions of people. Instead, it's lining the pockets of criminals. This is a betrayal of public trust, and it's unacceptable. Let's talk about the risks. The defense minister, the Fratelli d'Italia party, and the Italian government are all facing reputational damage. This could erode public trust and undermine their credibility. The perception of corruption and incompetence can be just as damaging as the actual crime. They need to act swiftly and decisively to restore confidence. The fact that fraudsters could convincingly impersonate the defense minister highlights vulnerabilities in security protocols and information access. This is a major security breach that needs to be addressed immediately. They need to review their security protocols and implement stronger safeguards to prevent future impersonation attempts. This is not just about protecting individuals. It's about protecting national security. The Mafia's involvement in white-collar crime is draining state coffers and undermining the Italian economy. The article mentions 83 billion euros lost to tax evasion in 2021 and 16 billion euros of fraud tied to home improvement schemes. This is a massive economic drain that needs to be stopped. They need to crack down on tax evasion and financial fraud and recover the stolen funds. This is essential for the long-term health of the Italian economy. The European Public Prosecutor's Office, EPPO, is investigating financial crimes, indicating potential legal consequences for those involved. The EU is taking this seriously, and they're going to hold Italy accountable. This is a test of Italy's commitment to the rule of law and its ability to cooperate with international law enforcement agencies. The EU is watching, and they're going to demand results. The complicity of entrepreneurs in tax evasion and fraud reflects a broader ethical problem within the Italian business community. The lack of social stigma attached to tax evasion encourages unethical behavior. This is a cultural issue that needs to be addressed. They need to promote ethical business practices and create a culture of compliance. This is not just about laws and regulations. It's about values and principles. The Mafia's shift to white-collar crime may involve the use of technology to commit fraud, evade detection, and launder money. This requires advanced security measures to combat. Cybercrime is becoming increasingly sophisticated, and law enforcement needs to stay ahead of the curve. They need to invest in new technologies and train their officers to combat cybercrime effectively. This is a constant arms race, and they need to be prepared to fight. The combination of sophisticated fraud and organized crime's shift towards white-collar crime suggests a systemic problem within Italy's economic and social structures. This is not just a series of isolated incidents. It's a pattern of behavior that needs to be addressed. They need to take a holistic approach and address the root causes of corruption and organized crime. This is a long-term challenge that requires a sustained effort. So, what's the takeaway? Italy is facing a major crisis of confidence. The fraud scheme impersonating the defense minister and the Mafia's shift to white-collar crime are symptoms of a deeper problem. They need to strengthen their security protocols, crack down on tax evasion and financial fraud, promote ethical business practices, and address the root causes of corruption and organized crime. This is a daunting task, but it's essential for the future of Italy. The world is watching, and Italy's future hangs in the balance. Thanks for tuning in to Blue News. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to spread awareness. This is a fight we all need to be a part of.